The topics and opinions expressed in the following show are solely those of the hosts and their guests and not those of W4CY Radio, its employees, or affiliates. We make no recommendations or endorsements for radio show programs, services, or products mentioned on air or on our web. No liability, explicit or implied, shall be extended to W4CY Radio or its employees or affiliates. Any questions or comments should be directed to those show hosts. Thank you for choosing W4CY Radio.
And welcome to Triversity Talk. I'm Wendy Stewart, your hostess with the mostest. I am back from a vacation. Can you believe it? I had a vacation. I was in Portugal, and it was just wonderful. What can I say? And now I'm back and I'm ready to go. And I'm broadcasting to you from New York City. And the reason I need to tell you that is there's like 7 fire engines going past my window. You know, there's never a dull moment here in the city. But I want to tell you what Triversity, the Pride Center, has coming up, because we have a bunch of events coming up. I'm going to pull them right up here. For those of you who are familiar with us, you know we are on Hartford Street in Milford, Pennsylvania. And we have open hours. You can find those on our website and on our Facebook page. But this is what we've got going on. Saturday, May 24th is our garden party, our summer kickoff garden party. Please join us. The details of where that is will be, of course, on our Facebook page. And Saturday, the 30th, our ongoing program, I Am What I Am. We're actually going to have a presentation that will be both art projects and the written work on that. And we have Saturday on the 7th, the Pocono Pride Festival. All right. So that's a lot of fun if you've never been to it. And I am doing an event on the 14th at Ricky Boscarino's Luna Park. For those of you who may or may not be familiar with it, Luna Park it's just like the most spectacular artist's haven that Ricky has built. Besides offering workshops, Luna Park itself, he built it from a hunting cabin. Okay. It's a castle now. I can't even describe it. And not to be confused with the Luna Park in Coney Island. It is such a beautiful, whimsical place. And we are doing like just a tour of it. And it's free. We're asking for donations. We're going to be meeting at the Triversity Center Sunday, June 14th at 12:15. Okay. And the tour will start at 1:00, or you can come to Luna Park. It's over in New Jersey. So please check it out. And I think you'd really, really have a great time. I think that's everything that I have to say. I always have a mouthful. And speaking of a mouthful, I have got one of the sassiest mouths in show business here with me tonight. He is a comedian, a writer, a producer. He's been on the show. He's getting the award for the most appearances on this show because he's always doing so much. And if you know me, I love to promote people and watch their careers evolve. Okay. You know him from the amazing show 50 Shades of Gay, which he's taking on the road. For any of you that are in California, he's going to be in San Diego. And then he's going to come back to the Northeast in Atlanta. Okay, but he's got lots more things to tell you. He's been described as deliciously dirty. I absolutely love that. And having flamboyant style. And I am proud to call him my friend. Please welcome the one and only Avelli.
Hey, Wendy, how are you?
I am so good. So maybe I'll keep my glasses on because you have yours on. Can you do that?
I have to because I'm blind as a bat.
I am too, and I do these shows without glasses, but and I don't have a lot to read about you because I've got a ton memorized about you because you've been on so many times and I know so much about you. But if I keep my glasses on, then we're twinning.
Yeah, there you go. I could deal with that.
Okay,
And
we can.
I have to tell you, it's so funny that you were just mentioning. I was talking with our friend Jezebel, and we
Yes.
were just saying how supportive you are of
Oh.
everybody, and you just show up for everyone, and you just really are an amusing human being. I just wanted to make
Oh,
sure
thank you.
you know
Flattery
that.
you everywhere. And a little backstory on Jezebel, who is also a comedian. Jezebel like became this amazing author. She's been on the show. It started with the book Jezebel's Jesus Juice,
Yeah.
but like became an award-winning writer.
Yeah.
I mean, this totally blows me away. Like her novels are so good. I'm currently I had her on a couple of weeks ago with her new book in the what is it? Secrets in the Tall Grass,
Yes.
right?
Yep. Yep.
Right, which I am currently in the process of reading. And then, of course, there's another one. I don't know how she does it.
Amazing. And then she started out, I remember it was probably like 12 years ago. She had a book out. It was very comical. It was, Jez's guide
Jez's, it was like
to
alcohol.
cocktails. Yeah. And she had all these famous drag queens in there, and they all had stories, and it was smart.
Yeah,
Very
great
smart.
concept for a
Yep.
book. But I mean, look at how she's evolved, and the two of you are going to have. I'm going to get this in right in the front. You have an upcoming show in June.
Oh my God. But well, it's so funny because we talked about this prior to the holidays last year, and we thought, why haven't we worked together? And we came up with, just coming together, doing a show, but we had no story behind it. What was the show going to be about? And the theme didn't come until probably April, when we were doing some promo reels and pictures, and we were thinking, what can we name it? What can we name it? And then she was like, heated rivalry. And I thought, yeah, but it's like 50 Shades of Gray, you got to have a comical twist on it. And then we came up with taking the E and putting an X over it and just saying hated rivalry, and we're just go after each other.
I love it. It's so great. I've been promoting it, and I'm, telling everyone, get your cat scratch post out. The fur is going to fly with this one.
Yeah.
So it's going to be at the Copa, and the date on that is
July. It's June 20th, 8 p.m. at the Copa, and it's going to be great. 8 o'clock till, I think it's like a 75-minute show, but it's going to be jam-packed.
Okay, and people can get tickets, of course, on your Facebook page and on the Avelli website.
Yep, any social media. It's also in my bio on Instagram too. So everything is in there.
Okay, great. You got everything everywhere. So, I mean, you got a lot going on. How are you keeping it all straight? Because aren't you leaving tomorrow for San Diego?
I have to be out of the house by 3 a.m.
Oh, Jesus.
Yep, 3 a.m. But you know what? It's so much fun when you're going to a different city and doing the show in front of people you don't even know.
Right.
It is. Right. Or people who are, seen the show, heard about it, but never witnessed it live. So it's going to be a lot of fun, and hopefully they won't throw tomatoes at me because I'm allergic.
Oh, come on. I was going to ask you, like, what is it like? Because when you perform in New York and even in New Jersey, everyone knows you. We look forward to your shows. You have a running audience. Of course, you always get new people. But when you're going to like San Diego or doing a cruise, even, no one knows who you are. What is that like for you?
It's fun because sometimes you think, all your friends are watching your show in New Jersey or New York. They know you. They're probably going to laugh anyway, right? So when you go and you visit a different city, a different state, you're going to see some people, maybe some red, some blue, whatever.
Right. Everybody's going to be it's not going to be your chosen people.
All walks of life, and they're going to come out. And listen, we've never had a bad experience. We haven't. Hello there, baby.
I know he needs attention. He can't stand that you and I are talking.
He's coming to the show.
Right. He told me he's getting tickets. But have you ever in your audiences in other places have, I don't know, clunker audiences or a person that didn't react so favorably?
Well, there's nothing that was heckler-like at all, but you have to sometimes get an audience in it. Sometimes they just show up and they're alive, and then sometimes they're dead on arrival. It's so you gotta.
I call it the dead guest. You know the story with me. I was home shopping host for a show called Viewpoints at Spiegel, and with home shopping, whether people know it or not, any of the shows they can put you on at 11 o'clock at night. Or 1 in the morning. And there I was at 1 o'clock in the morning, and the guest was definitely dead. Because the guest was like not like the guest was like a shoe buyer, right? This hadn't been on TV before. And there we were. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. I remember the producer coming over to me and saying, not nicely, listen, you need to have more energy. And it's like, I swear I'm going to throw a shoe at her.
Well, hopefully it's one of the items.
Right. I know. And it wasn't a stiletto.
Right.
But yeah, you just never know what to expect when you're doing something brand new. But how do you warm up an audience? Like you said, you come in and they may be a little low energy, right?
Yeah, well then, you try to get them picked up. So the minute I come out, if I find the reaction to be like lukewarm, I'll be like, you got to do better than that, or who knows? Like, I traveled 6 hours to get here. You better have a little more enthusiasm.
So you use guilt, like Avelli.
Yeah. Oh, it's the best.
Right. Guilt. I know. We know that guilt works.
Yeah. But I mean, you and I've worked in some.
That job at the pizza parlor. Oh my God. I know that was just like that. Was crazy.
I didn't even get a slice.
I know nobody even gave us pizza. Nothing. We didn't have a stage, and they're just like it was literally a pizza parlor, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, I'm back to being 20 years old again.
I know, right? It was like, and then they put the stage was right in front of the bathroom doors.
That was it was like
people would come in and I'm getting pushed. I'm like, wow.
Well, I know, but you know what? To your point, you got to work with them. I remember now that you're bringing that up, like, hey, sir, how did that go? Everything turned out okay. I mean, what do you think? You're right. We were right in front of the bathroom doors.
Yeah, and loud people talk, but that's the worst part about like a bar or a restaurant. People are going to talk.
Right. Right. They're going to talk no matter what. Now, these venues that you're going to in San Diego, it's a club.
They're theaters.
Theaters, great.
Yep. This one's a theater. Yeah, it's called the Marie Hitchcock Theater in San Diego.
Oh my God, Hitchcock! Any relation?
It's going to be a thriller, that's for sure.
You might have some birds that come. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, they're part of the act.
Yeah, right. It's all part of the act. But that's very exciting. I know that this is a new venue for you.
Yeah, new venue, new city, and it's literally we land 9 a.m. rehearsals at 1, shows at 7 or 7:30, and then and then we got a show Friday, Saturday, and Sunday as well.
This is great. This is
really cool. We have a ball, and we give it our best every single time. And
and you have Moss performing with you.
Yes, and Moss will be there, and Foxy Jones.
Now tell me about Foxy Jones.
Foxy Jones. So for every city, I try to research and see
I know you do,
who the performers are out there. And she is a pip, a lot of fun.
Is she a drag performer?
Yes. Yep. Cool. Yeah. Right. So we're gonna have a ball with her. I can't wait to meet her. And it's good too. You want to go out there and you want to support the artists too that are there.
Local artists. That's a really good point. Yeah.
Yeah. And people are coming from all over. It's a fringe festival. So people will be coming from Canada, Japan. We're communicating with some people now from Japan, and it's great, communicating.
Well, no, not only that, this is like, I didn't realize it was a fringe festival. The fact that it's a fringe festival doesn't get any better than that. For people that don't know what fringe festivals are, Ike and Tim, of course, have done the Rochester Fringe Festival. People do fly in from all over. And the reason they're called fringe festivals is, that it's not your regular run-of-the-mill kind of, it's on the edge.
Yeah, perfectly put. It's on the edge. And sometimes it's even people going out and trying their shows out before they actually put it on stage. It's a great
a brilliant idea, but this will of course expose you to a bigger audience. And I think also with Fringe Festival, people are coming there expecting just to have a really good time and for it to be kind of off the cuff. They want that.
And it's a great networking experience too, because you're meeting people from all walks of life, and you get to you don't know what could happen, partnering up on something.
anything could happen, Avelli.
Wink, wink.
Get ready for that. Now you're going to be, of course, back at the Copa with Jezebel, where we've done 50 Shades of Gay. We love the Copa in New York.
Oh yeah,
they're
Cope
great.
is fabulous, and they always, go out of the way for us, and they try to,
Camille and Ruben are amazing, and they really make the performers feel great. And
Yeah,
that's an important thing.
Yeah, exactly. And then you know what too? When the shows are, they have a theme behind them, and they go out of their way to make the theme come to life for you. It helps, and it makes it good for the audience.
And I have to say, their tech there is pretty flawless. You know how you perform in some places and the video doesn't go on when it's supposed to, or the music. They have a very tight team there.
That's our DJ Shan that we bring in. I bring him in. He's oh God, shout out to him. I work with him now.
DJ Shannon,
Oh God, 8 years I think now.
You've been working with him. I didn't realize that.
We started at the Triad together, and then he just knew that show in and out. The most difficult of shows, which we did, was Lube, a gaysicle, and it was maybe 75 cues, and they had to come after another. And
that's really tough. I don't think I knew you when you did Lube.
Oh, you have to see that one.
Really?
Yeah, that was a good one.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I know you have Uber Lube as a sponsor, so it makes sense that you would do a show called Lube.
Yes, Lube. And then we also have David Off Tax Law, who sponsors the show as well.
Wonderful. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's great.
People, I love giving shout outs to the sponsors because, I'm sure you hear this from people all the time. They hit you with like ideas that you should try doing this show, or, you should write a show about, I love the should word. And it's not easy. And to get sponsors, to get a team, behind you, to get all the promotion out there, like for you, because you also work during the day. What is the most challenging part of all of this for you? And you're writing this stuff. So what's the most challenging?
The challenging part is the promoting.
Yeah.
The most challenging.
Yeah.
And especially where we're from, in our own hometown, right? So you would think that people are, but that's why you have to, I think that's why I spread the shows out in like New York or New Jersey, and then it makes the people want you to come back, and then they hunger for it again.
Right. Right.
And then they'll come back, and you always have to have a different show.
No, I know. It's amazing. You always have to have a different show. And a lot of artists, they'll do years between shows. You continue to put them out there.
Yeah, and we have a ball, and you're in them. Oh my God, we have a blast.
I really have a great time. I'm working on material that I definitely want to do in your Christmas show that I'm trying out already.
Yeah, there'll be some little surprises with that too, but you don't even know about yet. But I'll
tell me. I want to be surprised. I totally want to be surprised. So I want people to know you're also an author. It was a year in the life of Avelli, and it ain't pretty. Did I get the title correctly?
Oh my God, you hit it on the nail. What a host.
I am, as opposed to being a hoe. Anyway, because I have that book in my Pennsylvania house. I have it out where all my friends have written books, and I see it every time. So it's kind of memorized, in my head. What was behind you getting out there and wanting to do that book?
It's like everything we do, right? We do something and we go, all right, what's next? Right. And then we do that. And then what's next? You just want to keep doing something different. And that's Joan Rivers to me. She always says, be on top of the game, have something else in the back of your head set up and ready to go. So I was like, oh, I never wrote a book. And then I thought, okay, you know what? Andy Cohen had a book, a diary. Joan had a diary book. And I thought, oh, I already have mine already done, and I'm living it every day. So I was jotting down in a pad,
of course,
every day what I was doing, and then threw some humor in there. Some of it was true to life. I was dealing with Tyrone not feeling his best at times, and it was a nice way to capture it and end the year on New Year's Eve for the final day and where we were. And then it was a great experience.
Right.
I loved writing it, and next time I'll write something that's more like Jezebel stuff. And it'll bomb.
Now, your book really is an autobiography. It's got the experiences and everything in there. And I talk about this a lot with people. What I feel is lacking a lot of the time. I just went to a wonderful gallery show. There was not even the name of the artist. It was a collective. The artists' names weren't next to the picture. I knew nothing. I happen to know a couple of the artists in the show, but if you came in there, you would know nothing about what went on in creating this piece. And I'm starting to do now, because I interview people. At Pangea, we're having a collective show. I'm doing artist talks there. I'm going to interview the artists because, we put this work on the wall, or in your case, you're up there entertaining. Thank God you have the book, but who is Ike Avelli? If we don't put this stuff out there, no one knows who you are.
Yeah. And at the end of that, just like you said, when you go in, you want to get to know them. And that might be a great experience too, because now you have no choice but to say, who are you? Where's your work? And they can describe it to you. But it's almost like you're nameless. It's
right. I think it really, out of respect for creative people, and you're right, Jezebel said it. I lift people up all the time. And my process now of lifting up, I want to know who everybody is. Who are you? What brought you to this? You wrote a song. What's what's behind it? When I read your book for the first time, I had no idea who you were. I knew you were a funny guy. Our amazing friend Nick Lyon, rest in peace, had introduced me to you. He adored you and your mom. And I thought to myself, who is Ike Avelli? Okay, he's a comedian. We all know comedy comes from tragedy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And then you know what? Everything that you go through in life, humor always fixes it.
Right.
It really does. It resolves so much.
Yeah, that's all of our fix. So I would assume like your process throughout is you're writing everything down. I'm writing everything down.
Oh, yeah. I think we talked about this before. It's like, God forbid, I'm not texting myself something. 5 minutes later, it's gone. I forgot it.
Yeah, no, exactly. I'm going to show you. This is like, because I'm doing the hosting with Theater for the New City.
Oh, yes.
I'm going to be the MC. And wait, I'm not done. I have even more pages.
Oh, my God.
I know. Now, we all know Wendy's not going to remember all of this, but I will just pick out the things that I know, like dating and 4 things about them. Is that your process as well?
Yeah. Well, when you're on stage too, you got to, for me, I map the audience out. And then sometimes you could see maybe somebody's wearing something and it just be like,
that's really? The audience interactive thing.
Like I'll see something and I'll be like, Jesus, it's good to see everybody still dressing as if it was the pandemic.
I totally love that. Right.
But yeah, your audience react. And then too, you don't know, like you said, you don't know. Sometimes you're there and they could be stiff as a board. And then it's like, oh, do I insult them? Do I not? You take a chance. But if that one person is the one that's got the stick up his ass,
right,
it's the rest of the people that might laugh and go, nah, maybe I should laugh a little.
Right. So then you have to be able to reach the other people.
Right. Yeah.
If the stick up the ass person, if you can't move them, you just got to move on, right? That stick up the ass person.
That's hilarious.
Oh. Let's move on. See, we're really bad together.
Yeah, but that's all right. We could talk about it all.
Let's move on from the stick up the ass person and embrace the rest of our wonderful audience here. Just ignore that person. They've got
stick up the ass.
Right? They've got a stick up their ass. So you've won a number of awards, right?
Yeah. I don't even remember.
It's okay. I do. We all love Get Out magazine. It is the only surviving paper product, gay rag left. Thank you, Mike Todd. And thank you, of course, Eileen Shapiro, my amazing PR person, your friend, who does the interviews in there. But thank you, because we still need like a tangible piece of paper. Everything online.
There's nothing. And how do you know what's happening unless you pick something up physically? Right. It's so nice to have it. And then you're getting to read the articles and the stories about the artists that maybe if they're not local, they're celebrities. It's just a great read.
Well, like Eileen Shapiro just did an interview with Dionne Warwick. And Eileen's done interviews with people that are not as famous as Dion, and they're new people, and they're great interviews. But to your point exactly, if you don't have that tangible magazine, and I just got done reading the interview with Dionne Warwick, who told Eileen Shapiro she is definitely hanging up her toe shoes after this.
Really?
Eileen said, come on, you don't really mean that. And Dionne Warwick said, she's reached that level, and I think her family is helping her produce things, and
I
mean, so that was interesting.
Yeah, well, it's good. I mean, listen, if you know in your heart of hearts that you want to hang it up and you want to enjoy or travel and do what you want, why not? Right? Good for her.
Right. Good for her. But again, Get Out magazine, you read it first there. Now we had the Get Out Awards, and you won Comedian of the Year, LGBTQ Comedian of the Year.
That was great. And I think I was outside helping some drunk kid when they called my name when it was.
I think there's always some drunk kid.
Oh my God, it was terrible. He was like, I think he was 21. He was drinking. He thought he treated the drinks like they were shots. It was like, and I'm like, oh God. And I'm out there and Clover's calling my name that I won. I'm like, you got to be kidding me.
So funny. Right. Well, I know I spoke to Mike Todd from Get Out magazine, and I'm like, listen, I saw him at the Imperial Court Night of 1,000 Gowns, and he was wonderful.
Yeah, he's great.
So we are going to have this over the summer. I think they plan on doing the Get Out Award. Yeah, because didn't you notice we didn't have them yet? I love those.
It was March of last year.
Yeah.
I have Marilu Henner disease. I can remember dates and times. It's terrible.
Right. And I have a gay calendar etched in my mind. How sad am I that it's like every gay event, I'm like, okay, this should be coming up. It's the Slam Awards time. It's this awards time.
Speaking of Mike Todd, this is a funny story. Well, not funny, but so it was when I did my very first show. It was called I Slept My Way to the Top Twice. And I was so nervous. I'm like, oh my God, who's going to come? Blah, blah, blah. And I was just maybe a couple of years in. And I reached out to Mike, and it was just maybe on the cusp of him starting it, maybe 2012, 13. Wow. And I asked him, what would it be, for me to be on the cover, and he's like, oh yeah, let's do it. So I'm actually on the cover, Get Out, from 2013.
The very first one?
No, not the very first one, but I think one of like the first
one at the beginning.
That wasn't a drag artist or a go-go boy.
Yay for you. That's cool.
I could be wrong. I want to fact check that.
Wait. Let me go on ChatGPT, which I use for everything. You also got a Broadway World Award
nominated. Yeah. That
award that still great. Counts.
For a show you were in as well. That was a Christmas cabaret show, 24, I think it was. Yeah, that was great.
That was so much fun.
Yeah. And then, that's the thing that I love. Like for even Providence, we went out and we won an award there.
Right.
At the show.
Yeah.
So that was amazing. You're being appreciated by people you never met before and who really enjoyed the entertainment.
Yeah. It's very reaffirming for performers to have that happen.
Yeah.
And it's really great.
Yeah. The reaction is, if they get it and they're laughing and they're enjoying themselves, or they're
happy, right?
Yeah, that's an award right there.
You know what? I totally agree because and I never thought of it this way, but you and I co-hosted together our dear friend, rest in peace, Nick Lyons Memorial. We had so many great friends that performed that are all pros. Yeah. And that was a great show.
It was.
Let's not forget it was a great show.
This is what happens when you have two people who have it together.
Right.
And when we're backstage, it's so perfect.
Right.
It really is. And then when we're on stage, it's the perfect recipe. It really is.
Right. And it was for somebody, of course, that we love dearly. And
the coordination we both did and then had it run so smoothly.
Yeah.
And he would be so happy. And
well, I have to tell you that was a high point for me. I think I told you I have this crazy idea that maybe we should hire ourselves out to do memorials The one for my late husband Alan was like nobody taped that, and there were so many amazing moments, poignant moments,
Ah,
tear-filled
yeah,
moments, and you know what? You can't get any more authentic than a memorial for
yeah,
somebody.
yeah, and but it's good to cry, but it's also good to laugh.
That is the point, right?
Have
Right.
a good time, remember the funny times, and Nick had a lot of funny times,
Yes.
and, and I'm glad that people were there to share some stories, and also sing their hearts out.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's definitely, to me, it's an untapped area,
Mhm.
celebration of life.
And then we
And
covered it. We
yeah,
covered it like with Marilyn Monroe. He was the big on that. We got the cardboard. You were dressed as Marilyn Monroe.
right.
It was
I was
it
like, we put on a show, goddamn it. Well,
yeah.
you know what I want to do? I want to run the video of the past Christmas show that you sent me.
Yes. Should I tell you a little bit about it or
Yes, yeah, you can.
so I released a Christmas EP and it was just in time for the show that we did in December. And one of the tracks is called Wreath on Their Ping. And this is, I think, the clip we're going to show. And then it's also another part where we do a sketch with actually my cousin who is in the theater world.
So
We did a
funny.
sketch together on stage.
Right. And can you tell us your cousin's name? Because
Yeah,
he's
Sam Ozstone.
really great.
Yeah,
He's very, very funny. I
we have
never
a
knew
ball.
you had a funny cousin till that night.
Well, there's only one, you know what I mean?
What does it do with funny cousin?
Yeah, yeah, there's only one, you know what I mean?
There's only one comedian in
Yeah.
this.
Oh, and before we even show that too, I don't think it's in this one, but Sue's GX Designs,
Yes.
she did a lot of costumes for just not the Christmas show, but all my shows.
And
So
a big shout out because
yeah,
the costumes are. I've been backstage with Ike when he's trying to get into those
yeah.
costumes. They are hilarious. They're beautiful. They're bigger than life. And you
Yeah.
really got to concentrate to put, there's parts to them. They're
Oh,
not
God,
easy.
let's talk about that after the clip.
Yeah, let's talk about that after the clip.
Yeah.
Okay, Juan, could you run the clip, please? Thank you.
Hand me the keys to a brand new Rolls Royce. Will make me forget about the poor boys. You say you have me, I say I'm close. Give me a diamond and not a red rose. My butt is jumping, my mouth is bleeding. You look at me, you buy me more gifts. I love Christmas as there is no limits. You like me, I know what pay for me, you own this.
Love it. I mean, I just love the way the two of you played off of each other. And
Yeah.
actually, I want to see more of Sam. I do.
Yeah, he's a piece of work, and he was in Lube as well.
He was.
Yeah, he played one of the main characters, so he
And
was
he's
great.
got his own career as well.
Oh yeah, he's phenomenal, and he teaches. I think he teaches at it's called I Am Musical Theater Institute. It's in
Wow.
Washington Heights.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, so talented. Oh,
So talented, but the two of you really, really played off each other well. I also found when I was perusing through your stuff, the Christmas one you did in 2020. Do you remember that one?
Oh my God. That was the COVID. Yeah, during
Yeah.
COVID.
Yeah, it was a
Wow.
COVID one, and we were all in it. And I bring that up because that was one of my first times
Yeah.
doing like a show virtually. It made no sense to me. First of all,
Yeah.
I went through half a bottle of wine before it made absolutely no sense to me, like how we were going to do this. Oh, and I had to put a Venmo up, and people were going to tip me for this dreck that I
Oh
was
my.
doing on the computer. Just like
But we did it though. You had
it
yours
was a
too.
funny show. You had a lot. You had Vicky Villaness on.
Oh,
She did that whole thing, the 12 Days of Christmas as a drunken person. It was
yes.
so funny. It was just
Yeah, it was that was good. And then think about it, 6 years ago. That is insane.
it's hard to believe that like we made it through all of that. And I bring that up because all of us are going on business as usual right now,
Yeah.
but it's not business as usual,
Right.
and now I'm going to get to the serious side of things.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like we've got to survive, but it's not business as usual. And we're in a crazy political environment right now. I know you're a big advocate in the LGBTQ community. You've worked with the Trevor Project and a number of other organizations, as I do. And it's like these times are just like, what more crazy things can happen? What more attacks can happen on our community?
Our trans community, especially. I mean, that we have to look out for them more than ever right now. And I took part of Transgender Day of Visibility back in March for Jersey City, and
Yes, yes.
it was so incredible. And I got to meet the mayor and be there to support people and just help them know that their voice is important. And the
Right.
nice part was it was basically the whole city hall, the employees and how supportive they are is just so incredible. And they were in the city hall where I did the number, and then we went up to the roof and they were doing the flag for Transgender Day, and the people in the street were just cheering, and it was
Isn't
no
that great?
negativity. Yeah.
Wow.
So
That's amazing.
yeah, very
And
nice.
I
And
know
then
you were there 100% for Mickey Petrullo, who's of course been on this show as well. Mickey's book is coming out. Mickey's
yeah,
documentary is
yeah,
coming out. Mickey's got, a whole lot going on. And I remember, I'm going to harken back to the story of how we met
yeah,
Mickey doing that LGBTQ film festival.
yeah, at the art house. Yep.
Yeah, at Art House.
Yep. And then just never know who you're going to meet. You really don't.
But
And
isn't that why we do this, right?
and their stories. That's the thing. Everybody has an amazing story that they're not being heard.
Right.
And it's unfortunate, but then people like yourself come along and you
And you
listen and you do whatever you can to make sure that their voice is heard.
That's exactly, what it's up to all of us
Mhm.
to get out there to, I always tell people that's my pushback,
Right.
Yes, I've gone to protests. I can go to protests, but my personal pushback is even having this show to being able to amplify people's voices,
Yeah.
this way. It's like, it's really, really important.
Yeah.
So, are you excited? You're leaving at 3:00 in the morning.
I know. So, I don't know if you're up for it. We got time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So some funny stories
Yes.
of traveling. And
I
I
was
was just
going
thinking,
to ask you because I know you did like the Royal Caribbean line. Yes, let's hear some funny Avelli travel stories.
I will tell you about the one because Eileen Shapiro will know about this one. This was at the Off-Key Tiki. It was probably a year into 50 Shades of Gay. And Eileen said, why don't you come and do the show at Off-Key Tiki? And I don't know if you've ever been, but I haven't. And it's outdoors. It was July and it's on the water. And they have all the boats. It's beautiful.
And where is it? Long Island?
Yeah, on Long Island. Yep.
It's
Mhm.
like a tiki Polynesian kind of
All,
thing.
all outdoors. Yeah, it's beautiful. And the whole place where everybody is sitting is sand. And they have the tables, and it was dinner and a show. And I was like, oh, this is great. I mean, and at this point, it was like 1 year into 50 Shades of Gay premiering.
Which that started in 2015, right?
Yep.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. So I'm thinking, oh, they're charging like $40 for a ticket, right? And that's dinner and a show, but who's going to pay $40? Place was packed, sold out. Couldn't even see sand. And I
Right.
couldn't. But this is the funny part. So they said, and I don't know if Eileen knew, but she'll will now. They said your dressing room's in the back, and it was a garage. And it was July, and it was probably like 95 degrees,
Of
but it was
course.
115 in the garage. There was no ventilation, and I had to change in these
Oh.
costumes. We walked out of there at least 15 pounds lighter.
Yeah, no, I'm sure you like sweated your tatas off.
Yeah, I had this rainbow cape with the sleeves, the fur. I kid you not, Wendy. I forget who it was created by. I ripped the sleeves off. I tore them off, and because I had to go like a tank top. It was so hot.
Yeah, you would have passed out.
I couldn't peel off my leotard. I could not get out of anything.
Thank you for bringing that up. People don't understand when it's that hot, you can't get your pantyhose off. You can't peel a leotard because it becomes one with your skin.
Oh, one. Oh, it was like a color form. It was like,
oh my God, color forms.
We just dated ourselves.
I love color forms. Now
You're
you're
like
Googling it. Now I'm going to be thinking about color forms. Those were so great. But you were like a living color form when you did
this. Yeah, people are chat GBTing it now. What the hell is color
right,
forms?
right. What are color forms? Now, the Royal Caribbean cruise you went on, that was like a gay party boat, right?
Could that be part of the funny stories?
Well, it was kind of funny.
It was the Royal Caribbean was amazing.
Yeah.
The gay cruise is what they chartered a part of the Royal Caribbean.
Yes.
Yeah, not the most organized.
So this is a practical question. Wasn't that your first time doing the gay cruise?
Yeah, first time
because this was
on a cruise. Yeah.
Right. So how could it have worked better for you, I guess? Because people don't understand. It's like Dorothy Bishop, who does Dozen Divas, has a dozen costumes, a dozen wigs. You all are schlepping a lot of stuff. How did you do it for this? And how did it happen for you?
Well, Dorothy has a lot more because she's doing 12 all on her own.
12 changes. Yeah. I know.
So for me, I'm doing maybe 7, 8, depending on the show, right?
Swis's costumes are gorgeous and funny and very complicated. So, what did you do? Did they help you at all?
So I find out that I am on, which was a beautiful theater, by the way. It was called the Royal Theater. Oh my God, I can't even explain it. They had all the bells and whistles.
Yeah, of course.
Now, the issue I had is they booked it for an hour. The show's an hour. When do I come in? So they're bringing me in 15 minutes. Audience is already coming in.
Right.
So I can't rehearse now. I have no tech, nothing.
You never got to do, oh my God.
Nope. Wow. And then I'm backstage and I have to line up all these costumes to get ready in 15 minutes. This is where the Royal Caribbean came in and they were amazing. I had somebody who had a mic in the back who was talking to tech out in the front. And she's telling me, what do you want? Tell me what you need. They were incredible. They pulled it off.
Wow.
Yeah, I would work with them again. So professional.
Right.
But because of the time and getting ready, my show was cut from an hour to 45 minutes because they only had the room booked for an hour. Right. Otherwise, they would have been charged. So that was the only hiccup, I would say. It's just it could have been a little bit more organized, and I could have had.
How do you don't you get discombobulated because we all work off of a run of show, we call it.
Yeah.
So how did you know what to cut?
Yeah, I had to cut, I would say 15 minutes. 15 minutes of really good stuff because I wasn't aware. Otherwise, I would have took the end and brought it to the middle.
You live and you learn, as we say.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It was it was a great experience. Once in a lifetime.
Yeah.
Hopefully there'll be more, but
Yeah. Listen, none of us look gift horses in the mouth. Isn't that the saying?
Yeah.
You get whatever you get in this business.
Yeah, this is true. This is
Now
true.
I know you've got a lot of ideas because you and I talk a lot about that. You're thinking about a dating show.
I know. I am really putting that out in the universe.
Yeah.
Talking to a lot of people, some attorneys who have some inside information. But it's the funding. The funding is the hard part.
Yeah,
That is just,
right, sure.
you want to have professional people and you want to have the films right. You don't want to have anything that's going to be half-assed. And but again, it'll only be like a week not a documentary, a week reality show. And we will just do what we can. And Wendy will be there as a judge.
Right. I love I'm so judgmental.
Yeah.
I love being a judge, but I can never be the person that says anything bad. I will always comment things.
Yeah.
Positive, constructive way.
Yeah. Then that's where I'll come in.
Yeah. So, come on,
Get
you're
out
a
of here.
good egg, Avelli. You really are, and you embellish your casts. I have to say, being one of your productions it's pure. It really is pure joy.
Yeah.
People always say to me, "I don't get nerves before I go on stage." I get so excited because this is where I'm messed up. I feel I should be doing this 24 hours a day.
Right.
Right? Real
Now,
life
tell me-
is like so, the day-to-day stuff. Like I'm out walking the dog and I love my dog, but it's like, oh my God, this is so mediocre. Wouldn't it be great if I could just go be on stage after walking the dog?
Right. Now for you, like when you do your numbers, like when you're performing and you're done, you're like that high.
Yeah,
It starts to come down because you're like, I need it again.
No, I know we're all addicted to it.
Yeah.
You get definitely. It's funny because people say to me, what are you going to do this forever? And I'm like, yeah. I always tell people I was literally in my 9th month of pregnancy at a comedy club. And I was out to here and I have the tape from it. And I thought to myself, you're going to break your water and have this poor child is going to be born. And people know comedy clubs, they absolutely reek of alcohol. Too many spilled drinks. There's a certain smell there. And I'm like, you're going to have this baby on stage.
In tequila.
Yeah, right.
Your water's going to break and it's going to be mixed with tequila.
Yeah, right. That's so funny. And I feel the same way. It's like, if I'm going to go down, like transition to the other side, I hope it happens when like I'm on stage. It's kind of like, bye-bye.
Wouldn't that be something?
It would be, right? That would keep them talking.
Because you can't top that, right?
You can't touch that, and they couldn't ask for an encore. All right.
True.
Listen, we are down to the wire here. We got like a couple of 2 minutes. What do you want to tell people?
Well, the tour is going on for spring and summer. So we have obviously San Diego, which is March 14th, 15th, 16th, and 17th at the Marie Hitchcock Theater. And then I'm back for a couple days, and then we're off. It's Tim Moss, Tiffany Diamond DeVille in Atlanta. And we're there another 5 nights, but they're spread out over May 29th through June 6th.
Okay.
So we got 5 dates there. Then I come back and I am doing a show with Jezebel. As you all know, a hated rivalry. Right. And I'll be at the Copa June 20th. And then I'm doing another show, which will be announced this Sunday. And it will be at the Copa July 18th.
Ooh.
Yeah, so that is going to be fun. And then August 8th, we're in Boston doing the show.
Full plate.
Yeah, and then, oh gosh, there's something else coming up, and I don't remember. Oh, no, I'm recorded a song with Jezebel.
Did you really? That should be really funny.
Yep, and it's going to premiere the night of the show, June 20th.
Oh, I'm very excited. So, Ike, I love to take these crazy little pictures when I'm interviewing people. So say cheese.
Cheese.
And the reason I take them with my iPhone like this is because I still don't know which keys to press to have the computer take it. I'm so broken. I'm the most broken person in the world when it comes to tech, as you know, because you've been doing tracks for my music. And
yeah.
It's just all I need is somebody, if anyone's listening, just to sit down with me and just I could learn, but I need somebody patient, to just sit down with me and do this stuff.
But it's a pleasure doing it for you every time. I don't care.
You're the absolute best. Well, you've been a fabulous guest, as I knew you would be. And I know you need your beauty rest, girl. You got to put your Hollywood wings under your eyes.
I'm going to be.
I sleep with these things under my eyes, and then I put an eye mask over it. I'm a sight when I go to bed.
You're good.
I have everything lined up, including the embalming fluid. So I'm wishing you the best and have wonderful shows ahead. You'll stay in touch. And thank you to everybody who tuned in tonight. Have a fabulous rest of week. And we'll be back next week. Bye-bye.